Good afternoon, students. I'm myself Professor Neha Dave. We'll be starting today your chapter of your one subject which has been related with the help of PPM. Today we'll be starting with the help of we'll be learning today two chapters which has been related with the help of types of an authorities and delegations of authorities. So into the management, like in the previous sessions also we went with the certain terms, we went with the evolution part, we went how the thing is the management runs, as if we got to know how the science it has been enacted and how the arts it has been enacted with the help of it like into the management. So basically it is what these are the concepts which was related with the help of a management and with the help of the planning, directing, organizing and controlling and staffing. So this was all the terms which was covered out on that part, and then finally the thing is what it has been said with the help of a management which has been running with a certain types of terms and conditions. So this is what it was there. Now in the last lectures we went with the help of an organization, how the organization moves from one department to some other departments, how it moves from the top level to the ground level or from the ground level to the top level, how the things it has been passed out to each and everyone. Now in the each and every departments we have also seen they are having the subordinators or a superior person who has been handling out with a certain type of properties in the sense the task, the work what it was there, it was allotted from one person to the some other person. So this was the term which was said with the help of an organization. So even we learn with the so many concepts in the organization with the different segments, how the organization it has been amended out, how the thing is the job into the organizations, how the thing is the work and the authorities, the responsibility it has been given it out. Now the thing is we will be into this chapter we'll be learning with the help of types of an authorities. Now in this we'll be learning different types of an authorities, how the authorities it is being transferred. Now first like before starting I'll little bit give you the summary of these two chapters, authorities, and second it is what delegations of authorities. Now in this authorities we will be learning with the help of certain terms, we will be learning a name, specialized with the help of a decentralization, a word you will be learning. So like into the management, like when transferring one person to another person, certain type of authority. So what the things you give it, how the thing is, does you pass it like that? No, this is your authority, you need to do the work like that. We doesn't pass it. It is a certain way, a certain segment. We go by step, and finally the thing is what? The authority has been handed over to one person to the other. We are not removing that person. We are not removing into the organization. We are not removing that person. We are just only passing the authorities from the ground level to the upper level, or else from the upper level to the ground level. So this is the way what the work becomes like a proper. And the thing is what the authority it has been passed from one person to another person. You can what analyze each and everything, and the works you can complete it out in a specific period of time, like whatever you have suggested. So the thing is what it becomes very flexible to both the people from passing the authorities from the ground level to the upper level or from the upper level to the ground level. So that is why basically this chapter is amended for this only, and so that is where we'll be learning about it. What are the segments we'll be learning from, how it passes from the upper level to the ground level and from the ground level to the upper level. Then after we'll be learning certain advantages also. What are the advantages of authorities? We'll be learning certain disadvantages also. When as if we are passing from one person to the some other person, that also we'll be learning about this in this chapter. Then afterwards we'll be learning about the three theories. Now how the authorities it has been main the word authority has been came with the help of these three theories. So like with this we'll be learning with the help of the theories. So that the thing is after enhancing the theories only the thing is the people can be rectified, how it can be the authority it has been passed from one person to the another person, how the responsibility it has been given from one person to the another person. Okay, and in this chapter we'll be learning one word which is in the said with the help of decentralization. Now decentralization it is what a decision making power is what we say. We say a decision making power. We just pass it out the one authority from one person, and then after we give it that kind of authority to some other person. So this is what a basic concept which was said in the help of a decentralization. So for that also we'll be learning about the advantages, disadvantages we'll be learning about it. There are some techniques also in this chapters. We'll be also learning the techniques. What are techniques? How the thing is how the thing is authority it is been passed from one person to some other person. So what will be the techniques to complete it out? And even because nowadays what it happens nowadays into the organization, people does not take the responsibilities in their hand. Why the thing is because what they said, what we are doing out, we are sufficient with. So like what they does, the thing is they just make it discard their authorities or discard with whatever the duties it has been allotted to that person is sufficient with it. He will complete it out that task. So that thing was happening on that time. So that is why the thing is there's a different techniques, and with the help of techniques, the thing is what you need to give it the employee a certain part of its authorities. So with the help of the authorities, the thing is he will be completing out each and every work into the right manner. So that also concepts we will be learning about it. We'll be learning in this chapter with the three types of theories, and with the help of three types of theories, we'll be moving out with the chart. So how with the help of the chart, the thing is how with the help of chart, the authority has been passed from the top level to the ground level, even with the ground level to the top level. That also we'll be learning everything. We'll be learning how the thing is it works from step by step, like line to line it has been going. So that also one type of a chart we'll be learning. And we'll be also learning a circle flow chart. Circle flow in the sense the thing is the work it is moving with the help of a circle, which has been moving with the help of a round by round, like step by step it has been going. But the thing is the work flows into the circle part. So that concept also we'll be learning. So this is what we'll be learning in this chapter with the help of an authorities we'll be learning. Now second we'll be learning with this chapter delegations of authority. Delegation in the sense the thing is what as if you're passing that person from authorities as if the authority has been passed from one person to some other person. You're delegating out certain kind of responsibility from one person to some other person. That is called in delegation. So we'll be learning into this chapter the delegation, how the delegation it has been done. What are the factors we will be learning about it? Like when you're delegating any kind of its authorities from one party to some other party. So what are the things you need to just identify? And with the help of an identification, then only you can transfer from one person to some other person. So that was the main concept. Next, we'll be learning about what are the advantages you will be learning. As if the thing is authority has been delegated from one person to some other person. So what are the things, what are the benefits you get it out as if you delegated out certain kind of authority. Means then authorities and responsibilities are different. The authority which is what, this is what you need to do. But the thing is, finally, the thing is, you take it in your hand. That is a responsibility. That is your responsibility. And finally, the thing is, as if you get the authority, you get the responsibilities in your hand. And finally, the thing is, you complete it out your each and every work. So this term is also considered into this chapter. We'll be learning with the help of delegations. Then afterwards, we'll be learning about what are the features, what are the advantages you will be learning about into this chapter, the second one, delegations of authorities. And finally, the thing is what we'll be concluding out with the help of the two concepts, types of an authorities, and second it is what delegations of an authority. So this was a simple way of to get it about it with the help of the summary of the two chapters when related with the help of types of an authority, and second it is what delegations of an authority. So we'll be moving on with the help of step by step with the help of one like slides. So at least what you people will be getting to know about it, like what are the concepts which has been discussed. Then with the help of the concept, the thing is you can identify to which streams and how the thing is authority it has been passed, and with the help of the authority it has been given, and once the authority comes into hand, it becomes the responsibility. Means you need to wind it up that thing that you are responsible. If you're not completing out this mister, it's your responsibility. You need to complete. If you're not completing, it's your responsibility to complete it out within a fixed period of time. So this is what it has been said into the concept. Now this is what. Now we'll be moving with the help of slides. Now this is what we went with a little bit types of an introduction part. Now we'll be moving with the help of the authority. Now here, by the Lewis Ellen, as if you can see it out, this is an author, it has been said. Now as if the author it has been said, the sum of the powers and the rights entrusted to make the possible performance of a work, it has been delegate. That is called the authority. What do you mean the authority? It is what? Certain powers, a sum of rights and some of powers. Some of the rights means that is what responsibilities and certain kind of powers you get it in your hand. And with this to mix properly, you make certain kind of you perform, you are making your performance great into your work, and then afterwards that the work it has been delegated to you, means the work which has been delegated to you, and finally the thing is you're completing out with the proper sequence, and finally the thing is you're making the proper into the correct direction. So this is what it has been said by the Lewis Allen. It has been said that the thing is what you need to do with the help of it, rights and the powers which has been given to you. Now what I mean by authority, it is what certain rights, certain powers which has been allocated to you, and with the help of rights and the powers which has been allocated to you, and with the help of this too, the thing is you are showing a performance into your job. Like means as if you're delegating, means this rights and power as if I delegated to you, means as if I've given to you, and with the help of delegations you're showing me the performance into the organization, into the work. So that is called, and with this you get it the great success which you get it out. So that is called an authority. Authority is what you get it. So this is what certain rights and powers you can say it out, a sum of, you can say a sum of rights and powers, means as if you're getting out any kind of, as if you want to make your work, want to perform your performance, you want to create it out into the A grade or A plus grade or an excellence, as if you want a O grade. So for this also you require certain powers and certain rights. Powers in the sense it is what certain authority should be there in your hand, and second it is what there should be certain kind of right, means as if it has been there certain thing which has been went wrong, then ultimately the thing is that person should protest, no, whatever you said it has been wrong. So this is what our rights, what means as if your rights it has been affected out. So that there the thing is what you need to identify, because what after you're getting identifying about it, then only the thing is your authority it has been delegated properly. So that thing it is called as an authority according to the Lewis. Now next it is what by the three ways you are now it has been classified with the three categories. Now here the authority has been classified with the help of the three way where the thing is authority it has been given. First it is what a knowledge, authority by the knowledge, authority of a knowledge. Second it is what by position, and third it is what a legal authority. Now as if went with the help of knowledge and position, that is a managemental level where you are running with any kind of it like management, as if you are running with any kind of it like small terms or a medium terms of it here when you are running about it. So on that time your dynamics as if it has been run with the help of a management. But when related with the legal authority, it is what certain kind of it rules and responsibilities, certain laws which has been affected out. Because what it happens now in this we'll be learning about the concept where the thing is when directors or shareholders is getting certain kind of authority, certain kind of responsibility. So that authority and responsibility is what they need to follow according to the Companies Act 1956. So this is what it is called as legal authority is what they get it. So you need to follow a law way. Now here when related with the help of authority by the knowledge, and second is what authority by the position. So this is here either the thing is you can follow with the help of the formal way, or either you can form with the help of an informal way. So this thing happens. But when related with the help of an related with the help of a legal authority, it is what you need to perform with the help of a Companies Act, like whatever it is been said. And with the help of the Companies Act only you need to follow. Now your once will be moving out with the each and every concept individually. So at least what you people we can be identified. Now first will be moving with the help of the knowledge. Now here the thing is what you get it about the knowledge. Now see it is possessed generally by the star specialist appointed by the company. It influences the action of a person in line by the virtues of the knowledge. So here the thing is what it has been certain people who are being specialized, means the staff it has been specialized. Now authority of a knowledge means in the sense the authority is given to whom the people who are having a knowledge. And knowledge how it is being come, that person has become the virtual of that. Virtual in the sense it is what the thing is, means as if you are having your, it is mixing with your profile. And with the help of mixing your profile, the thing is what you are getting enhancing, you have got an enhancing knowledge into that organization. Means you have developed certain kind of a good knowledge. Virtual means innovative knowledge which you are having on. So with the help of your innovating knowledge, the thing is what that person is getting certain kind of responsibilities, authorities into their hand. So this is what said with the help of a knowledge of an authority of a knowledge. Now, next it is what with the help of position. Now here it is what there are some people have the authorities by the virtues of their position into the organization. Now here the thing is the authority is given allotted to any kind of a person after checking the position of that position in the sense it is what at what stream that person is. Does he is from the top level or does he is from the ground level? Like that thing it is being identified, and after getting the identification the thing is with the help of the position the authority it has been enhanced. And finally, with the help of the legal terms, here only we have seen, it is the authority which is entrusted with a person by the law. So that is why there is a given one example here. A company is a legal person and has the right to sue according to the provision of a Companies Act. So this is what it is being said, a legal authority in the sense, means as if you went to the beyond to the power, to the law. So then afterwards the thing is, finally the thing is, whatever the authority has been granted to you, that person can sue you anytime. So this is what we said with the help of a legal authority. So as we went with the help of these two authorities, with the help of knowledge and with the help of the position. Now here also you can see with the help of the knowledge and with the help of the positions, like position also we went with the help of knowledge, with the help of the position, with the help of a legal terms. Now when related with the help of knowledge and position, when we are moving about it, it's one type of it where you need to perform a formal, but the managemental level there will be. Here also at the legal authority also certain period of time where the thing is it is for the legal worth only, it is for the certain terms and condition only. But when you are following, it should be according to the law only, whatever it has been rectified, and with the help of the rectification only you need to perform each and everything. So this thing what it happens into the legal terms also, legal authority. And then afterwards next we'll be moving about it, the sources of an authority. Now here there are so many types of authorities. We'll be learning with the three concepts. Now in these three concepts we'll be learning about the theory. Three concepts, not three theories we'll be learning about it. And with the help of the three theories, the thing is authority, it has been passed from one person to some other person. The authority has been passed from one person to some other person with the help of certain terms and conditions. So this is what first we will be moving with the help of informal authorities. Now first we will be moving with the help of informal authorities. Now formal authorities is what? In this authorities, in this theory, all the authorities originated in the formal structure of an organization. Ultimately, the authority in the joint stock companies lies with the help of shareholders. So this is what, as if we went now. Formal authority, it is what directly the thing is authority moves from the to the top level. It is not from the ground level also, it is not from the upper level only also. It is directly from the upper level, means top level, from the management only the authority has been analyzed. And from there the thing is the work it has been allotted into the different departments to a different persons. So this is what it has been said with the help of informal way of authority. So it is what is basically it has been originated from with the help of the formal authorities theory only, formal structure of an organization. Means a proper way of structure as we being into the organization, it moves by step. It is not like that the thing is it does not move on this side or does not move on that side. So this is what where, now here I have given one example that the thing is what in the joint stock companies, now where we learn with the help of private limited and public limited companies. Now private limited it is what where the thing is you are having a small fund which you are having small, you are having the people which has been less, the members which has been less, the directors are less, each and everything it is what, and the capital which you are getting out to run your business it has been less. So that is what it has been said with the help of private limited. But when related with the help of public limited companies is what they are having the vast knowledge. And with the help of vast knowledge, they are having the vast amount also. And with the help of vast amount, the thing is what they can be glanced with themselves to their organization proper. So that is why this doesn't make the differences between these two. But the thing is what ultimately now when related running with any kind of a private limited and public limited company. So in this also directly the thing is the responsibilities or in certain kind of authority passes from the top level management. So that is why the thing is this thing it has been dealt with the help of the concept which has been related according to the law, that the thing is like as if we are having any kind of it agricultural or any kind of it proper way of sources also. So on that time directly the thing is what you need to follow it out, or else you need to put it out certain kind of amount into the different type of level. So this is what it is being said. So that is why here the thing is who joins the companies, who is the shareholder. So for, who is the main thing, who is the main person who is handling, that person is called the shareholder. So that is why this is called a formal way of structure, formal way of theories which has been said, formal way where the authority it has been passed from one person to the another person with the help of step by step. And ultimately the thing is here into the formal way the authority it has been there from the top level only, and then afterwards it has been originated to each and every people. Means then afterwards it has been decided whether to analyze that thing or whether not to analyze that thing. Next, it is what acceptance theory. Now, acceptance theory here it is what also the same one as if the theory, but it is been accepted by the other. So that is why the thing is this kind of it moves from the ground level to the top level. It doesn't move from the upper level or anywhere the level. It moves from the ground level to the upper level. So here is also the same one. It states the authority is the power that's accepted by the other. The authority flows from the bottom to the use, bottom to top. The theory analyzes that is a manager can use and overlook the influence of the social institutions. So this is what it has been said. Now here it has been analyzed with the help of the good ideas into it. But the thing is that basically this has been dealing with the help of it where you're analyzing your internal yourself into the huge level. So this is what I having with the help of an acceptance, where the thing is the theory it has been passed from the bottom to the top. So where the thing is the acceptance which is being done with the help of an from the ground level, and finally the thing is the final acceptance which has been done with the help of a top level. This is the way where the thing is the acceptance which has been utilized with the help of a theory. And with this the thing is what the people can analyze with the help of ironing and with the help of influencing and social institutions, as if you're getting a good impact on the certain way where you're performing any with the correct directions or not. So that thing is also important. This is what an acceptance it is, what it has been transferring from one person to some other person. But the thing is what finally when we are planning, we were planning to give you something for the for the day. So on that time, the thing is what the way how you analyze it out, the how you wait, the way you utilize yourself. So that is most important sections which has been done with the help of an human resources, with the help of human resources. So this is what all the theories it has been done with the help of an HR only, and with the help of an HR, the thing is the authority it has been passed from one person to some other person. But here the thing is the acceptance it has been done from the bottom level to the upper level, and finally the each and every terms it has been the authority it has been passed from one person to the other person. Next it is what a conceptual it is what contemporary theory. Now here it is what here the thing is what the theory it has been analyzed with the help of a personal qualities and technical competency. These two things means the person qualities you are seeing out, and with the help of the quality the thing is what that person now that person it has been given with the help of the huge elaborations into it, and then after he is not able to explain on that time. So this thing is also been there with the help of certain way where the thing is each and every work it has been identified into the correct measures or not. This is what it has been said with the help of incompetency theory. So these are the three ways of theory. First it is what with the help of formal way of theory. Second it is what acceptance theory, and third it is what with the help of incompetency theory. So with the help of this theory, the thing is you can make it your work into the correct measures, and you can keep it out your with you only, and then afterwards the thing is you can identify each and everything into the correct measures. So this thing happens into it with the help of the peer theories where you're passing out the authority from one person to some other person. So this thing happens. Now we'll be moving with the help of decentralization of authority. As if I said to you, we'll be moving out one concept which has been related with the help of a decentralization. Now decentralization it is what where the decision it has been passed, where the decision it has been decision making powers which is been done with the help of the ground level to the top level management, or else the thing is it's a one type of a systematical effort where the thing is each and everything it has been the each and everything thing it has been analyzed it, or else the thing is each and everything it has been accepted out. So this is what decentralization is, what where it starts from the lower level and with the help of lower level it moves to the higher level. So this is the difference between where lower level and higher level it has been impacted out. So this is what it has been said with the help of certain new terms and conditions, and with the help of new terms and conditions the thing is each and every work it has been decentralization. So that is why movie with the help of it. First, it is what it means the differentials of decision making powers to the lower level of an organization. Now, first it has been said it is a one type of dispersal of decision making powers. It's a just two concept which has been dealing with the help of this depends this lower from the lower level to the upper level. And the thing is when you are analyzing good things, so on that time the thing is the cost it has been so on that time it has been said with the help of the cost like whatever it was there. Next it is what is also refers to the systematical efforts to delegate to the lower level of all the authorities. Now here the thing is there has been more focus which is being given to the lower level only, but the people who are into the systematical manner for them also it has been given each and everything, and then afterwards the thing is they can needs to analyze each and every movement into the correct manner. So this is what it was said with the help of authorities. Next, it is what decentralization is not the it is not the same thing as a delegation. Now the same how the delegation was there, where the thing is what is the responsibility it has been passed from one person to some other person. So that responsibility you are accepting out. So this is what it has been said with the help of analyzing each and every terms into the correct measure. So that is why the thing is what it has been said with the help of good way of authority. Now the thing is the delegations is not the same like the decentralization is not the same as a delegation. So you are having the vast differences between where the thing is the delegations and decentralization is a different one. Here the thing is what you are making a decision, making a good powers you are making out, and then after you are exchanging those ideas. Now delegation is what directly without not identifying out, then only you are delegating out the certain types of authorities. Now means you need to perform this way. This is the way what you do it out. So this is what a decentralization way of an authority. Now next it is what with the help of now here one more meaning was there with the help of a decentralization. It is what with the help of an with the help of it one concept is delegations means entrustment of a responsibility authority from one individual to the another. So what I said to you that like with the help of delegation it is what as if whatever the power it is in there, whatever the rights are there, whatever responsibilities are there, it has been passed from one person to and one individual to the other individual. So this is the way where the thing is the work it has been analyzed, and with the help of an analyzation the thing is the work can be completed out within within a certain fixed time. So this is the way the decentralization of and decentralizations and central. This is delegation. This makes a corrective measures on that, and finally the thing is each and everything it has been analyzed into the correct manner. So this is what happens with the help of delegations often. Delegation means entrusted of a responsibility and authority from one person to some other person, means from one department or to some other department, or to analyzing from one department to second other department. So this is the way like each and everything it has been modified into it. Next it is what with the help of an what are the factors of decentralization is what are the things you need to identify with the help of it like decentralization whenever you're decentralizing out or decision when the decision it has been not passed from the ground level. So as if you want to make it or as if the thing is you want to develop with the help of the higher level. So what are the factors you need to follow? First it is what the size of an operations. First, whenever you are decentralizing any kind of it company, first it is what you need to operate it out. With the help of an operations, the thing is what you can give it out with a certain new terms, and then after you can identify the each and everything. Next, it is what with the help of higher cost of decisions. So next, what will happen? Like there will be more cost, and with the help of more cost, the thing is each and everything should be identified properly. Next, it is what availability of a managerial manpower. So like that is the most important. You require the manpower should be there. Now into the organization, there is not a manpower currently. So like what it happens like to make it out into the corrective measures, you require a managerial manpower. Means You require a certain person who can be analyzed, or you can the person can be identify each and every terms into the correct way. So that thing should be done into the when performing when with the help of a decentralization. So next it is what with the help of top management also. Now as if you want to decentralize each and everything, so like you need to identify and you need to also inform to the people that is from the top management level. And last but not least, it is what a environmental influence. So like without the environmental influences, the thing is your work it won't be make it out into the corrective measures. Means EVS influences means with the help of in surroundings, like how the thing is the people are moving out and how the thing is your work it has been analyzed into the correct measure. So that thing should be also been done into the environmental influences. So this is the way where the thing is each and every work of decentralization, the each and everything in decentralization in each and every party, each and every factors, or even with the, done with the help of decentralization. So this is what then decentralization is what it's one type of decision making powers, and where the thing is it has been passes from the ground level to the upper level, or from the upper level to the ground level. This is the way the work it has been delegated out, and after the work it has been delegated out, the thing is it makes it very flexible for the people to analyze your correct measures and correct way of source also. So that is why there were some points, and with the help of sometimes the thing is each and every people can be make it out into the corrective measures. So we learn with the help of factors. First, it is what an size of an operations means. The thing is what are the things you need to plan first, identify. Then now the cost of the decisions, like when you are doing decentralization, like whatever the decision it has been said, you need to pay it out with a very higher cost which has been said. Then the higher differentiated product line, like whatever it has been said with the help of a product line, means when you're distributing out or any kind of a product from one state to some other state, or one country to some other country. So certain part of it, what are the things to be decided on that time, that is also the most important. Then only you can differentiate it out the product, you can then only you can identify the product, like what are the products, which time the thing is you need to move. And last but not least, third it is what last third it is been said, availability of managerial manpower. Like when you're doing with the help of decentralization, when you're shifting out, or else when you're transferring out, or else the thing is your responsibility when it is being allotted to one person to some other person. So with the help of it, the thing is you require certain kind of it managing manpower. Means the people who can manage it out each and every, what we said with the help of an human resources, what we said, the same person should be there on that time. Then only that person can be managed it out each and every manpower. Then after we learn top management also. From the top management, the thing is what your each and every powers it has been coming from the top level, from the upper level, and after environmental influence. With the help of an environmental influence only, the work can be measured it out into the corrective measures. Now, what are the advantages of an decentralization? Now, what is the things like whenever what you get it out, like why the thing is people do decentralization? What are the things you get it? Reductions in the burden of the chief executive, means as if the thing is you don't need to appoint any kind of a person, and directly the thing is there won't be the less burden, there will be very less burden when they're performing with the help of a chief executive, means very less burden it will be. And with the help of less burden, the thing is you can complete it out your work into the correct measures. Then I have diversifications of an activity which has been said. Now with the help of it, like you can make it yourself very vast, very fast way. And with the help of vast way, the thing is what you get it to analyze your terms into the corrective measures. Now, when you're doing with decentralization, you get it the quick decisions. Since when your decisions, as if I said, the person can pass it out the decision very in just a quick manner. And finally, the thing is development of the managerial personally. Now, what it happens now into the organization, the people can be move it out into the corrective measures. And with the help of the corrective measures, the thing is what the managers can be identified personally like what are the things, what are the advantages are to be done, or else if some people are lacking with the certain terms or certain kind of it decision where the each and every work it has been pending out, so that thing is also been completed. So these are the way of advantages what you analyze it. Next it is what improvement of motivations. Now as if you move it out, so like you can see it out, there is so many kind of it motivations, and with the help of the motivations the thing is the people get more influence, and means as if you get it out monetary and non-monetary way of bonus also with this. Then after effective control, now as if you make it like that, you know it out how to control it out, means as if the thing is the decision it has been passed, or else the decision it has been transferred from the upper to the ground level, from the ground level to the upper level. So it becomes a proper way to control easily, as if the one person is also not there, then too the thing is the work can be completed out into the corrective measures. And finally the thing is what miscellaneous economics. Miscellaneous means they say rest of like whatever the items cost it has been incurred, so on that time the thing is the cost also can be given by from the with the help of the decentralizations, like as if you are taking the advantage, means the amount which has been paid it up, like whatever the expenses, whatever the concessions or whatever it has been given to that person, so that thing is also being analyzed. So this is the way where the thing is the advantages improvements with the help of an decentralization. So decentralization first it is what it is in burden it is in burden of a chief officer, which chief executive. Then for diversifications to an activity of an activity, means you need to make it out the vast. Next it is what you get it out the proper like quick decisions, like whatever it has been said. Development of the managerial person, means as if you are making the contact with each and every people very personally with the help of it. Next it is what as if you being into the organizations, you get it the motivations. You get it the motivations from the top level to the ground level, or from the ground level to the top levels you get it motivated. You got to know with the help of this motivations, the thing is you can control your work or control your resources properly, because as if when you're running with any kind of a delegations or any kind of authority, now as we are learning with the help of a chapter with the help of an authority, now here the authority is like whenever it has been passing, so like you need to make it out that way that the thing is what your work it has been completed out, and with the help of your work it has been completed out, you get it got to know the proper scope, and with the help of the scope the thing is what you got to know that the thing is how to control it out, how to analyze each and everything, so that thing should be there. And next it is what a miscellaneous economics. Miscellaneous economics in the sense it is what whatever the expenses you have or else prepaid or any kind of it expenses wherever it has been incurred it out, so that all amount it has been also been paid to that person. So that is what you make it out that kind of it advantages from the upper level or to the ground level to the upper level. Next it is what this is the way where the thing is what you get it certain kind of it advantages, whatever it has been said. So where do you get it disadvantages? Now with the when you are done doing with the help of in decentralization, so like where you are getting advantages, that a certain sense you are getting disadvantages also. Now what happens? It becomes inconsistent. Inconsistent means it is like not proper. It has been shuffled. It has been shuffled. It has been jumbled more, and you does not know like what is my where I need to pass it out my decision, and where as if I pass my decision, so I doesn't know how to communicate each and everything. So each and my work becomes a jumble, and I become more confused on that time. That becomes the inconsistencies, the time problems, like each and everything problems. This thing happens. Next it is what increasing administrative expenses. What happens that even the thing is what as if I waste my certain kind of money more, means as if I want so many kind of it a proper things I require, but when I require so many things, so I should understand about it what are things to be required. I don't make it out the extra cost or extra any kind of it expenses which hurts to my organizations, or else the thing is which creates certain kind of negative impact for my organization, for me also and for my work also. So that is also comes into one part of a decentralization disadvantages. Then after it create a difficulty, as if I said, means because what expenses when related your rest of it expenses incurred. So on that time, what will happen is it becomes very difficulty to make it out, to cope it out each and everything. Then afterwards, difficulty of coordinations. Now, as if one person it is what agreed in certain matters, another person is not agreed into the certain matters. So it becomes very difficulty to coordinate with the people also when you being into the organization. Anyway, it is for the higher level also, and it is for the person who is in middle or a ground level also. Because for a certain period of time, if the thing is this kind of a negative bias whenever it has been coming on that time, so it becomes very difficulty for the peoples to coordinate with the person like whenever it comes. And then after, uncertainties are difficulties to deal with. Now, so second it is last, it is uncertainties means if there is any kind of a negative impact also, so it becomes very difficulties to deal that negative impact also. So these are the way where it comes into the difficulties of disadvantages of disadvantages of decentralization. So this is the way where negative impact comes when related with the help of a disadvantages of an disadvantages of a decentralization. So like where you are having certain terms which is in there with the help of an advantages, but there are certain terms where you can see it out certain where it is in disadvantages types only. So this is the way where you getting out the two benefits, advantages and disadvantages. Next it is what are the techniques of disadvantages. Now decentralization, sorry. Now, whenever you're performing with the help of decentralization, so like what are the good techniques, what are the proper techniques, and with the help of proper techniques, you get it out to know to move it out how directions, how to move it out which directions. That all the thing it has been there into the help of the techniques. Now, what are the techniques? What are the things? What are the techniques you can make it out proper way of decision making? Where the thing is, it moves from the upper level to the ground level, or from the ground level to the upper level. Now, first it is what establishing appropriateness in the sense you should know to whom person how the thing is the work it has been allotted, and the thing is what are the work should be completed out into the particular period of time. So this thing should be there. Means establishing appropriated means you should know about the techniques to whom the person should be given and how the work it has been allotted individually to each and every people from one direction to the another directions, and how to be placed and how the decision it has been passed from one person to some other decision. Next it is what development of a manager. Like whenever you're doing any kind of a decentralization techniques or a techniques of any decentralization, this is what you should development of a manager. You should keep a one person who can look it out to each and every matters internally, and he'll be getting to know like where to pass it a decision into the corrective manner. So that thing will be also make it out like a good techniques, the proper techniques for the decentralization. Then after there should be a provision for the communications and corporations. Like that is most important. Like there should be certain people who can communicate each and everything, who can like how you communicate with the people, and with the help of communications, the thing is you should how you cooperate. Because what as if like when you're making a decentralization, when you're doing out with any kind of a techniques also, when you're developing any kind of a technique, so first it is what how you communicate with people. That is most important, like how you analyze each and everything, the way of your communication, and the thing is what how you cooperate means what are the quick decisions you're taking out, you're making out very like cool and calm, you're becoming very efficiently dedicated to the work. That is also most important. Next it is what establishing adequate means as if the thing is what when you're establishing your techniques, you're maintaining out your techniques, you're making the techniques very vast way, and with the help of the vast way, the thing is what you are getting out the adequate knowledge means a vast knowledge which you're getting out, and with the help of the vast knowledge you can analyze each and every terms into the correct measures. So this also comes into the techniques of in decentralization. So this is the with the help of this techniques, the thing is you can make it out your work into the corrective measures. Now, your yeah, as if we have given certain kind of an organization chart also, and just a minute. Now, as if we went with the help of a decentralization part. Now, in the previous also we learned with the help of an authorities. We went with the help of it where the authorities it has been granted out. What are the competency? What are the where first we learn with the help of an authorities. We learn with the help of the three concepts like knowledge positions and the legal terms where the authority it has been passed from one person to some other person, and how the rules are it has been amended from each and every individually with the help of like corrective measures when you are taking about it. So this all was the terms which was there. We learn with the help of currently we learn with the help of an advantages and disadvantages also. And with the help of an advantages, disadvantages, how the thing is you make it out, you work into the corrective terms how it has been gone. So this thing it was there. Next it is what with the help of we went with the help of in techniques also. So currently we went with the help of in techniques and we got to know how the work it has been inbuilt out, and where we can make it out corrective measures or when we are doing with the help of a decentralization, when you're performing with the help of a corrective one. Now next it is what with the help of an organization chart. Now in this organization we'll be moving about with the help of the chart. You will be getting out to know the thing is how the work it has been flown and how the authority it has been transferred from one person to some other person. Now first, what do you mean by organization chart? An organization chart is a plan of a working relationship. So this is what it's a one type of it working relationship, like as if you're giving from passing the certain kind of a sentences from the top level to the ground level or from the ground level to the top level. So what are the way like how you communicate on that time, and when you're performing or else when you're giving certain kind of a decision or a certain kind of authorities from one person to some other person. So like when passing this kind of it, passing this kind of it person, passing this kind of it terms. So what are the things you do it? What are the things you do it from the upper level to the ground level and from the ground level to the upper level? So how the work it has been allotted from the higher authorities to the superior and from the superiors to the higher authorities. So this in this also we'll be learning with the help of the three charts. We'll be learning with the help of an organization. Now in the organization it can be followed with the help of three charts. Now this is what it has been said. So one type of a working relationship, and with the help of the working relationship, the thing is you make it out the work into the correct one. You make it out your plans, and with the help of it, you plan it your work, and with the help of the planning, you make it your work and the person relation. You mix it out each and everything, and then afterwards, the thing is what you make it out with the help of a proper way, like when you're analyzing out each and everything. So this is what it has been said. Second, it is when it shows who is to do the work. Then afterwards, that is to be done, and who is to direct and supervise the efforts of those who are to do the work. So this is the different terms like who will be doing out the works, like who will be the superiors to their work, like who to whom the work it has been directed out, or as the thing is it has been supervised it out, or as the thing is who will be analyzing the work, analyzing work in this terms. So this is the way where the thing is the organization chart, and with the help of an organization chart, each and every work it has been done into the corrective measures, and with the help of an each and every terms into the corrective measures, the work it has been allocated, and with the help of allocation of work, you got to know how the organization into the organization the work it has been flown by one person to some other person into the very which has been done with the help of a certain rights and responsibilities. Now, here the thing is principles are also been there. Now principles. What are the principles of organization chart? Like what these are the terms which you are following about it. With the help of the principle only, the thing is you are getting out the working flowing of chart. You're getting out the principle with the help of the principle, the organization chart. First, it is what, as if we have said, a line of an authority should be observed from the top level, top management in dealing with the help of a subordinate. The first thing it is what by organization chart, like when we prepare a certain kind of a chart, when we do with the help of it any kind of a planning. So first, most important, it is what we started from with the help of a top level, and with the help of the top level, we go with the help of in subordinators. Means we deal with the help of in subordinators or in superior, means who is being below to that person. So that thing is the first. Next, it is what should be observed by the subordinators in dealing with the help of in superior. Even the thing is what then organization should make that type of a chart first it goes from the top level to the subordinators, means from upper to the ground level. Next after you need to see it about it from the middle level, which goes to the with the help of it like a ground level. That thing should be also be there, means the middle level should also observe to the ground level of the person also. Next it is what, and it should be I should define the line of positions of each individual very carefully. Means as if we are placing any kind of a person into this department, means top level superior supervisors, like each and every person as if we are dealing about it. So that person should know, I mean that person should be getting certain kind of, as in individually. As an individually, he should be very carefully, as if whatever, means he should think about it, what position as if I'm getting out, as if I'm into this line, and as if I'm to this position. This is the way. Then afterwards, identical authority and responsibility should not rest it upon two or a more person. It should be rested about not to two or more person. It is not like identically means it should be not given to the certain person only, like he is my good friend, or else he is my the best colleague, or else the thing is as if I know that as if I give certain kind of an authority to that person, he'll be completing out. It should be not like that, means not only to the some people, it should be given to authorities and responsibilities to each and every people into the organization. So that is why here we have been carefully we have mentioned here individual very carefully, position of each individual with very define the lines of a position of each individually very carefully, means you need to give it out a proper, means you need to get it out the proper carefully, you need to identify to the people, to the individually. So this is the way where you do it out. And as if the thing is individually it has been said, the second it is what, it should be not rest upon two or more people. The authority should be given out not to two or more people. It should be given out to the identically the authority, it is his responsibility. It is like now as if I'm a manager, now in being into the manager, I have a 10 people. Means I am a superior and say all the people who are subordinating to me, means whatever the work I allotted to that person. Now with the thing is this, that person becomes a subordinate, I become a superior. So it is what, it is my duty, or else it is like all the people will come and reports to me because I am the in charge of that person. So this is the way the authorities and responsibility as is being granted from me to the top level. Means from as I am a manager, so ultimately the thing is what, my upper level of the any of the person will be there. So that person has been allotted to me. So so I can't guards to 10 people, means as if I can't make it out each and every individual person and authority and responsibility I can't give it. Because as if we give it, because what it happens certain period of time as an authority's responsibility, it has been given to each and every people. The people take it out a wrong way, because as if they think, yes, I got it certain kind of authorities and responsibility, so I should think about it that way, or else I need to make it out that way. So that the thing is what, it becomes a granted, means they take it a wrong way. So that is why that should be not there. So it should be properly, it should be identically, it should be given, means as an individually, it should be not like two or more people it has been said, it should be not given to each and every people. It should be given to each and every people individually, or else any of the person who is in subordinated to each and everyone. So that person should be also been given to that person, means and individually or in identically any of the person can be granted out, and with the help of it granting, the thing is each and every people can be given to that person. So this thing is also happened with the help of it identically you can give it out. Next it is what, avoidance of undue concentrations on the duties at any point, means like as if you should be very you should avoidance of, means as if I allotted to you certain work, so like just move it out. It is not like that, just focus it on that work only, like what he is doing, or I need to identify, no, that duties I given to the authorities are given, because it becomes like a certain way of undueness, means it becomes very negative impact, negative bias what it comes. So that is why avoid that thing should be not there. So that is why whenever you are doing about it, so like you need to avoid that kind of it, because as it creates a negative bias on that. So you need to follow that also. It should be about the personality. Personality in the sense means what you thought, it should be beyond to that. It should be not like that, like what you thought, and it is like not into that also. It becomes like a negative way, as if you think it out into the wrong direction. So you make it out what you think about it, means as if the superior or in supervisors, how the work it has been allotted to that person. So make it that way that the thing is what you can make it out your work, and with the help of the work, the thing is you can analyze your each and every personalities into the corrective measures. So that thing should be there about to that. Next is what, as if you make it out each and everything, you make it out very simple and very flexible. Because what, as if the work it has been given from the top level to the ground level, or to the ground level to the top level also, means each and every people know what is my authorities, what is my responsibility. So it does not become a certain kind of a bias, or any kind of a negative impact comes on individually, or it does not create any kind of a conflicts among the people. So it becomes very simple and very flexible, and with the help of simple and flexible, the thing is my work will be moving into the correct, and even it will be moving very smoothly also. So this thing is also been done with the help of it, like principles, like when you're performing any kind of it organization chart. Now see, here I have given certain kind of a charts, and with the help of the chart we'll be learning into this, we'll be learning three types of chart. Now here the thing is how they move it from the top to the down. Now here we will be seeing about it, how it has been moving. Now as if you can see it out, here the thing is you are having the shareholders, you are having board of directors, you are having MD. And MDs which has been allocated with the help of these three departments, that's the general general manager marketing, finance, and then afterwards you are having one more department that is called finance. Now with the help of these three departments, three different departments, and you are having a deputy manager. Like means in this also you are having a two level of manager, which has been means from, it is from one region, and second it is from another region. And means this is the way from top to down. Means this is the one way of method where the thing is the shareholders, it has been allotted to the board of directors. The board of directors is directing to the managing director. Then after managing director, it has been driven with the help of a different managers into the different functions of department. And then after finally that kind of a manager is also having a deputy manager, means as if a departmental managers you can say it about it. And with the help of a departmental manager, the thing is in difference, as if you are having the people who are there into the marketing. So you are having this two types of managers you are having out into different locations. So what does marketing people will be doing about it? Like you are having a manager which has been there with the help of into this departments of a manager who are people who are departments for marketing department. You are having a manager, so he'll be allocating to him. And when he'll be allocating to that person also, so on that times like whatever the duties, whatever the responsibilities, each and everything it has been there, and then afterwards each and everything you need to identify. So this, and then after finally the thing is you are having a departmental managers also, and with this you are having a subordinators also. With this means there are some around 5 or 10 people who will be there, and with the help of 5 or 10 people who will be allocating to that internal whatever the work it has been given to each and every people. So that thing is also been discussed on that time into the departmental manager. So this is the way where the thing is from the top level. So here I have make it out that bold thing, that from the top to the down, means from the upper level to the down level, where the thing is the work it has been flown, or else the thing is your things it is being completed out from the upper level, from the shareholders. Here the thing is from the shareholders the work it has been allotted, and with the help of ground to the subordinators from top to down. So that is why this type of a terms I have given here. These are the one method where the thing is the work it has been given from the upper level to the ground level. So the thing is as if we know it that the shareholders are the owners of the business. Means the main person into the organization is the shareholders, because only the shareholders raise the fund. And with the help of a management, the management starts from where? It starts from the shareholders. So means as if but main duties of the shareholders it is what? To raise the fund, to give the capital, and with the help of the capital the thing is the work can be the works, internal works, how it is in move. But the thing is to manage each and everything from upper level to the ground level, like what to do, like what to plan each and everything, the organization, how you need to prepare each and every chart. And with the help of the chart, the thing is how the work it has been from, how the work it has been given to the superior, how the authorities it has been given to the superior, how the responsibilities are given to that person. So this thing it is what with the help of the management only it has been done. So that is why in each and every organization, you are having a shareholders who are running with the help of a business, and with the help of the shareholders, you are having a board of directors who will be handling out with each and every management. And then after you are having the, as if it has been there with the help of an MD, that is called a managing director, and with the help of a managing director you are having a different types of managers into the different types of departments, and with the each and every departments are having the departmental manager individually. What is it now when they are doing a reporting also, so what they'll be doing out now, as if the shareholders want any kind of a detail, so what he'll be giving, he'll be directly coming with and moving with the help of a board of directors. So this is the way what it has been done. Now, as if the thing is what, as if the thing is the shareholders want to give any works to any, to complete it or relating with the help of a departmental. So what he'll be doing or he'll be allotting the works to the board of directors. And board of directors will be given directly the things to the managing director. And then afterwards, as if then managing director will be, when the work it has been given from the shareholders or a board of directors, then the managing director will be seeing out from which departments the work it has been, means as if it is for finance, marketing, HR or in operations, which department it is, production also. So this thing he'll be seeing out. And once the thing is what he'll be getting to, he or she, that person will be getting to it, that the thing is it is from which department. Then afterwards that person, managing director, then afterwards, whether if it is from the marketing, it is from the finance. So ultimately the thing is if it is for the marketing, so directly the thing is the managing director will allot the works to whom, to the general manager into the marketing. Now once here the thing is the market, when the marketing gets the work, now the thing is the general managers, now the thing is the managing director allotted the works to the marketing. Now marketing department, what they'll be doing out, the general manager, what they'll be doing out, the internal superior person who are there or in like subordinated any of the person, so this person will be allotting this works to the department, into the department managers, like into the department, the person, the head of the person will be there. And then afterwards the work it has been allotted to each and every people to complete it out with the help of a target. So this way, so like as if you know it now, the BPOs, as if you will be having the I can give you one example with the help of in BPO. Like to complete it out the target, the upper level, as if you're getting the pressure from the upper level, then only you complete it now that kind of target. So this is the one type of method where the duties, responsibilities and authority it has been given from upper levels to the ground level, from the upper level to the ground level, or to the top level to the down level. Next it is what else from the left and the right level. So this is the way where the thing is what from the left level also it has been moved, and second with the help of a right level. Now in the left and the right level it is what one type of a department where the thing is what the shareholders are been also been participate, and with the help of in shareholders, the board of directors, now means all each and every people it has been participate in this, but the thing is the work it has been moving means directly as if it moves with the help of in left also, and as if it is moved from the right level also, means the two way where it has been moving, and with the help of the two ways the thing is their work it has been completed out with a full type of a dedication. Now into this each and every department you are having a managers, and each and every means the head of the person. Now, when related with the help of in left to right means it as if it is move on this side or as if it is move on this side. So when it has been moving with the help of in like a shareholders, like shareholders whenever he wants to allot any work, he gives it to the board of directors, and finally the thing is he comes to the managing director. It directly doesn't come to GM or departmental managers or any kind of its supervisor. So directly it move it from the left level, and finally the thing is what, and when the work it has been allotted to this person, a supervisor gives to the department manager, and then afterwards it gives to the general manager. Or as the thing is what it happens, a general manager is getting certain kind of duties, and then after he's giving to the departmental manager, and finally the thing is the supervisor is getting out the things. So this is the way where the thing is the work it has been allotted from the left and the right sources, and with the help of left and the right sources the work it has been completed out into the corrective measures. So it doesn't created any kind of it like negative things or negative any kind of it impact. So where the thing is this is also one type of it method where you can use with the help of in left and the right method, means as it directly doesn't move to the ground level, as it doesn't move directly to the upper level. It's there on the middle only of the people. Now here, as if you can see it out, there are each and every thing that has been completed here from the upper level to the ground level. Now here it is what, as if you can move it to the right side, or as if you can move it with the help of in left hand side. So this is the way where the thing is, the work on the authority it has been divided, and with the help of a division, the work it has been completed out into the corrective measures, and each and every people, the shareholders, the supervisors, the managers, the general managers or VPs or each and every board of directors get the work completed into the specific period of time, like whatever it has been discussed, and with the help of discussions, the work it has been allotted to each and every people into the corrective measures. So this is the way the work it has been completed out to each and every people. Now, next it is what a circular chart. As if the thing is, you can see it on the circular in the sense it is on the zero level, like a circle way where it has been the work it has been given to each and every people, one type of an organization where you can't see any kind of its superiors or any kind of it like subordinators. Directly you can see it out like each and every it has been explored, each and every means as if the shareholders it has been followed with the help of managing director. The managing director has been followed with the help of a board of director. Board of directors are followed with the help of a chair. Means this is all the people are into the round level only it has been performing, and with the help of a round level the thing is the work it has been completed. Means as if the thing is in the like a top things like whatever the top authorities or any kind of it. Now here it is what it was each and everything what discussed. Each and everything means the work related it was to the upper level to the ground level. So this is the way it was. Now as if the second way it is what to the into that departments only, like into that only field I want to speak it. I don't want to allot any work, or is as if I'm allotting out. So that is the thing where the thing is you collect it out the data and then after you specify. Here it is what where only the three people can participate it out with the help of its shareholders, MDs and board of directors. So with the help of this three only the thing is they are getting out certain decisions, they completing out with the each and every decision, and they are getting out certain good sources with that decision, and finally they are completing out with the help of in circular terms. Next it is what were the advantages you get it out. Like why the thing is as if you prepare an organization chart. So what you get it, why the thing is we prepare this kind of it methods, means as if we learn with the help of it so many principles also, like as if we learn with the help of in principles. So like this is the variation with the identicals, each and everything we have learned. So with this identifications, the thing is we got to know about the three methods of an organization chart from top to down, then afterwards right, left to right, or else the thing is circular chart. So why we move it with the help of these three terms? So what are the advantages? First it is what? As if you get it out the clear organization relationship. Because as if the thing is now here you can with the help of the three things you can see it out how the relations are there with the help of shareholders to the board of directors having the relationship with the managing director, and how the managing director is having the relationship with the general with the GM, and GM how the thing is the people is having to the department manager also. So this is the way how the relations are there. So first it is what you get it the clear relationship of an organization. Next it is what better understanding of an objective. Now finally the thing is what as if because from previously only we said management runs with not with the help of an individual person. Our management runs with the help of a group. And each and every people and or else each and every group are having certain kind of objectives. Now we learned with the help of one concept that was an MBO, that is management by an objective, means an organization or a management, and management should have certain kind of objectives, means what is my mission, vision and goal, that should be there. So like with the help of this each and everything, you get it a good way, a proper impact of an objective. Means you get it a clear cut, like what you want to do, at what time you need to do, and how much time it will be taking on. What is my mission, vision and goal? This thing will be there. Then it is what it helps us in the trading. Because what as if the thing is as if it moves from each and every department into the different terms also. So it will become very easy also to do it out with the help of a training. If any of the person lacking somewhere, so at least what with the help of giving trainings to that person can identify and minimize whatever the output, whatever the disadvantages are there. He'll be minimize that thing and he'll be getting out the proper way of training also. So that it becomes very helpful to the people whom to want to give the training. Next it is what it's helpful in providing the useful information, because as if the thing is what Here is also it's giving the proper informations also as which departments you need to go. Means as the managing departments are having different type of departments, and with this the thing is what it becomes very helpful for the person to go it to move it out into the any kind of a departments to any kind of it level. So this becomes very easy also for the people to can understand it out. So this is what where it becomes very difficult, easy way where the thing is you get it the proper way of information. Then you get it out certain kind of it disadvantages also when you're preparing out when you're making out the organization chart. First, it is what updating in difficult. Updating is difficulty. It is true as if what you want to make it out, or as if you want to prepare it out each and every day. Because what it happens, if there is any kind of it changes, you need to update, and if you don't update the same sequence it has been good, so it becomes very difficulty for the people to update each and every terms, because here it is also where a general manager, where the board of directors, where the shareholders, where managing directors, now each and every people are there. So whatever the work it has been allotted to each and every people or each and every superior or any other person, so it becomes very difficulty for the people to update it out each and every time. Next, it is what fails to depict inner working. Now, what happens like certain people now becomes very to like as if you move it into the depth now, the people doesn't like more. I mean, so this comes into the certain into the negative impact. The people doesn't feel like what is the thing like as if I complete my work, I'll complete my work, I'll complete my whatever the task it has been there, this thing happens. Then becomes the rigidly in the relations. Means it becomes very like a jumbled way or a wrong way of impact. Or means which is not clear. Rigid you can say like which is not clear. You does not get a proper way of relationship also. Means this if each and everything it has been if the thing is as if the for the first point only you can take it out as if my each and everything it has been updated if it is my not updated properly, so it becomes so as if I don't know to whom I do make it the relationship. Means as if the shareholders only means as if the shareholders say I have given you the fund, but to whom? To the board of directors. But the thing is, the directors are not ready to give the answer. So the way how you keep it the relationship with the help of shareholders and the board of directors becomes very difficult. It becomes very rigid. So this thing is also comes into the certain way of negative bias also. Next, it is what prohibitive preparation cost. Now, as if when you're preparing with this type of chart and with the help of full type of a benefit, it creates certain kind of it when you're preparing out this each and every types of chart. So it becomes like a cost which has been incurred, which has been more. So that is why the certain people are not ready to pay the cost also. So this becomes a negative way where the thing is what the people will be a prohibited, means they are being against, they doesn't mean protesting, they'll be protesting to it. So that is why the thing is what becomes very difficulty ways to prepare it out this type of it. So that like your cost also differed like when you're preparing out with any kind of it organization chart also. Now, like as if I'll wind up winding up this chapter, so that is like concluding part. Now that is why that this type of this concept and it helps with the help of this concept, like what we learn with the help of an authority. So with the help of this only, with the help of methods, with the help of an advantages, with the help of certain terms, we got to know the techniques of an authorities. We got to know the clear-cut point of an authorities, like what is the main term of an authority, how each and every authority it has been analyzed, how the authorities and responsibilities, they both the things are different. Authority it is what means the things whichever I'm giving to you, that this thing you need to do it. But what are the responsibility? It is what as if there is something, so as if I am responsible for that thing, means as if I've given you the authorities, so directly as if the authority has been came, the responsibility will be coming on that time. So that is why this was a concept which was dealing with the help of an authorities and responsibilities into it. And that is why the thing is the next point it has been said, authorities being the sum of the powers and the right entrusted to make the possible the performance of an work delegated out. So that is why the thing is then authority being the sum of powers and rights. This thing we have learned into the starting only. It's a one type where the thing is what your rights and the powers which has been enacted, and with the help of rights and the powers the thing is what you're completing out, you're showing with the help of performance, and as if you're showing a performance. So like your whatever the work it has been delegated to you, so that delegation of the work it has been completed out into the correct manner. So this is the way where the thing is your authorities and authority it has been analyzed, and with the help of authorities your each and every work it has been depicted out. So this is the way where the thing is what the authority help it out to perform the various type of an activities, and with the help of an activities the thing is what you get it out the proper way of techniques, means a proper way of good terms of techniques also, and with the help of the techniques the thing is what you can complete it out like whatever the duties it has been given to you. So this is the way where the thing is what you get it out the authorities and the responsibilities to be completed out into the corrective measures. Now we'll be moving out with the help of the next chapter, that is called the delegations of authority. Now your first terms we went with the help of it like authorities. What are the authorities? So how the thing is authority it has been done. So this is the way the authority was done. We learn with the help of types, we learn with the help of methods. Now in the next term it is what, how the authorities, how the delegation, how the work it has been delegate. Means as if I'm giving you any person and any authority. So as if I'm giving you the authority. So what the thing is the delegations it takes place. What are the things delegations it comes the various terms. First it is what one it is a now and related with this type of delegations of an authority. It's one dynamic, means it's a very vast type of it management. Into the management, this term it has been natured very like a vast, means this thing it has been done. So it's a one type of it like a long term type of it process where you where the thing is the work it has been assigned from one person to another person, so that the thing is effectively as if means as if I've given you the authority. So with this you're performing your work a proper way, and then afterwards you're showing a certain good impact, like you're showing a performance very effectively. You become very dedicated to the work, means as if I given the person any kind of it work, means as if I given any person any kind of it work. So you become very efficient on that times, like whenever I delegate any kind of it work. So this thing is the term when related with the help of in delegations, with delegations, so that he can, so that is what the thing is, so that he can get it others to help him. So as if the thing is why the thing is this kind of with authorities as if I'm giving to it. So if any of the person further requires your help, means any of the person it has been like not performing or not able to perform the work, so on that time the thing is you can help it out that thing, and finally the thing is whatever the delegation, whatever the work it has been completed out, so that work you can complete it into the particular period of time. So that is what it has been said with the help of a delegation. So it is what I'll just move it out once. What do you mean by the delegation? It is a dynamic of a management. It is the process. It is a process a manager follows in dividing the work assignings to him, so that he can perform effectively, and so that he can get the others to help him. Means delegating, or it is what as if the thing is the work it has been divided for each and every people into the department, and with the help of the department the thing is the work it has been assigned to each and every people. And with the assigning, the thing is, it has been given certain type of it delegations that delegates it to that person. You need to perform this way, you need to do this way, you are having that kind of it authorities. And with the help of it delegating that thing, the thing is, the work it has been completed out into the corrective measures. So this is the way where the thing is, it becomes very easy and very helpful for the people to complete it out that work into the corrective one. Next it is what, in short, as if you can make it out like one thing, the delegation is the entrustment of a responsibility and authority to another, and creation for an accountability for the performance. So this as if the relationship and the authority. These two things it has been mixed it up, and finally the thing is the work it has been completed, and you're showing certain kind of it, creating a certain kind of it, a proper way of performance. And with the help of performance, the thing is it's showing certain kind of it good impact into it, and with the help of good impact, the thing is, and when you're showing good impact, it gives certain kind of responsibilities and authorities to that person. And with the help of it, authorities and responsibilities, the work it has been completed into the proper manner. So that is the short way where delegations it has been said. Next it is with what are the features. Like whenever you're doing any kind of a delegations, like whenever you're doing any kind of a delegating any kind of authority, where the thing is you need to just focus it on. First it is what it can exercise by the higher authority. Now first it is what a delegation of authority, it has been done with the help of by the higher authority. Next it is what it may be downward, upward or a sideward, means it can be to the high up from the top level, it can be from the ground level, or it can be from the middle level. What the side means in the sense the middle level where the superiors, it is not beyond to that also, it is not ground level also. So that thing also. It does not mean the transfer of final authority. It is not. Now delegation does not mean like final authority as if I've given to that person. Means the final things whichever I given to that person, you need to complete it out that thing. So it does not mean that thing. And then afterwards, as if the features have been there. So first it is what we went with the help of in features. We help with the, it's a one type of it higher authorities where it is being exercised, means to the upper level only. Next it is what it can be from the upper level, down level or a middle level, where the thing is the work it has been delegated to each and every people. Next it is what it does not means like authority, delegation of authority means not as a final authority are given to you, means whatever the decision it is, you need to complete it out that decision. So it does not mean that also. So that is why the thing is what it's exercising from the higher level also, just only giving you certain kind of it duties or certain kind of it rights to perform your work. So this is what it has been said with the help of delegations. Like when you are doing with the help of delegations, you need to perform that way. Like what is the process of delegations? Like whenever you're creating out any kind of a delegation, so what are the process, and with the help of process the thing is you're moving out your each and every work into the like step by steps as if you're moving about it. First it is what entrustment of the responsibility. First it is what you should know your responsibility, like as if the when delegating any kind of it like any kind of it importance or delegating any kind of it authorities. So first it is what the thing is what are the responsibilities, like for what are the things to be done, that is the most important. Then after second it is what granting the authority, means first I got to know about the responsibility, what is my responsibility. Second it is what I have granted that kind of responsibility, this is the work you need to do it about. And finally the thing is what creation of an obligation, means this is the way you need to perform that way. Now that means you require a certain kind of a technical issues or a technical knowledge, and with the help of technical knowledge the thing is you're completing out each and every work into the corrective measures. So this is the way the process it has been there, and with the help of the process the thing is what the work it has been given, or the process of delegations it has been done. The work it has been delegated out into the three terms. First it is what you should know about the responsibilities. What is your responsibilities? Next it is what you need to grant that kind of responsibilities, grant the authorities, means you need to give it out that kind of authorities to any kind of person. Next it is what your creations of an obligation, how you perform a work, how the thing is you complete it out the work into the smaller period of time, or as the thing is as if any kind of negative bias what it comes. So that is why the thing is how you complete it out that kind of delegation, what are the things or what are the works to be completed out, that thing it has been there. This is the process where the thing is the work it has been delegated out. Now next it is what, just a minute. Next it is what the process it has been there. Next it is what are the merits, what are the advantages of in delegations, like what you get it out the best terms when you are doing with the help of delegations, when you are getting out delegations. First it is what it avoid the wasting of time, because what as if the work it has been allotted to any kind of person, so it does not take a longer period of time to complete it out each and every. So first it is what it avoids the wasting of time. Next it helps in training the new incumbent, means as if the thing is once as if I allocated anything work, or as if the thing is the work is something which is new. So what it happens, it's being given the trainings to that person immediately, like after whatever the duty it has been given. So within a period of time, or as if the duty it has been completed to that person, so like you can give it the training if the new people are been hired or any kind of new things it has been came. Avoid overwork. So like with the help of delegation, the thing is what the overwork, means it does not go beyond to it. Like whatever the work you want to complete it out, so that only in the particular period of time only you need to complete it out that work. It does not to make it too much of time, it doesn't take it out. So that also, like, you get it the benefit in this. It develops the increasing the sense of responsibility. Now, as if already, see, previously, as if you took a responsibilities, previously only, as if you took any kind of responsibilities only in your hand. So it becomes very easy to take over. That's the thing. But as if the thing is previously only you have not taken any kind of responsibility in your hand, it becomes very difficult to take over that thing. So that is why the thing is the thing is you, as if the thing is under when the authority it has been delegated to each and every people only. So it becomes very easy for the people to take it the responsibility in their hands properly. It develops us increasing the sense of responsibility. You get it out, what are the responsibilities there and how to take forth each and everything. Then afterwards is avoid the delay. A delay in the sense like whatever the work it has been there, you does not perform like I'll be doing tomorrow, I'll be doing the day after tomorrow. Like whatever it has been doing about it, you need to complete it out within a fixed period of time. So this is what a good terms which you get it out when delegations it has been done, or as any kind of a duties it has been given to any kind of a person or any kind of it good terms whenever it has been discussed on that time. Next it is what are the principles of delegation. Means what are the things of proper way of delegations you need to perform. Like what are the things, what are the principles, what are the rules you follow when you do with the help of a delegations. Delegates by the result of expected. Means you delegate the work, you not with the help of like completing, but with the help of it like expectations, what you thought and that work it has been completed. So this is what the rules you need to mention on that. You need to follow that principles. You need to think about that principle that by the help of result of an expectation, means what I thought and that I got, that the thing should be there. So like an appropriated subordinate from the delegations. Means as if the thing is what you need to think about it, who the person who are an effective one, who are an effective, who are in the proper, and to whom the work it has been delegated to that person appropriately, like whom to give that person a proper way of work. So that thing should be there. Maintain the purity of an authority and responsibility. Now that's the most important, like whenever the rights, the rules which has been said, you need to maintain, and you should be very pure. You should be very pure, you should be very clear when whatever the authorities and responsibilities has been coming into your hand. And finally, the thing is what? Ensuring the unity of a command. Like any of the person, whenever the thing is the person commands to you, this thing should be done into the particular period of time. So like you should be within a particular period of time, the thing is what? You need to complete it out that work within a within a certain period of time. That should be done. Then afterwards, there is a more type of principles here it has been said. Maintain adequate of communication. That is most important. Like whenever you need to develop that kind of way of principles, which has been like you should be having a proper way of like more communication should be there, so that it becomes very easy for the people also when you're directing or any kind of responsibilities when you're taking over it. So that thing becomes more easier. Next it is what? Establishing the proper control. Because what, as if you develop each and every terms into the corrective one, so what you got to know what are the things to be controlled into the proper manner, and you will be getting out the thing is how you need to enforce each and every work into the corrective measures. Next it is what? A reward effective delegation. Now as if the thing is the work whatever it has been delegated, and as if the work it has been delegated and you're completing out as if that work. So what, at a certain period of time you get it the reward. So that reward also, and with the help of reward, the thing is what the person can be graded out into the right manner. Next it is what? Establishing climate of confidence. Because as if the work it has been allotted to each and everyone, the delegations it has been done, like the work it has been delegated to each and every people. So what will be happening? You should maintain yourself. The climate should be very confident. It should be very peaceful for each and every people. Like whenever you coordinate with each and everyone. So that is why it becomes very easier to communicate, to get interact with the people very proper way. So this is the one way where confidence, where you build it out the confidence. Next afterwards, what? Establish a strong belief in delegations. Like you should believe when delegations of any kind of responsibilities. So like you should be develop a strong belief, means a strong thought, or else a strong way when you're performing about it, like when you are passing any kind of a duties from one person to some other person, from the upper level to the ground level, or to each and every people's, like when you're performing. Then afterwards, last it is what helps the subordinators. Like you should develop one kind of principles about that, that the thing is whatever the work it has been done to will be divided each and every work, and the most important it is whatever the people who are there in the ground level who are the subordinating to that person will be helping to that person into the corrective measures. So that thing should be also there. So it develops, because as if you develop that kind of it develops a good type of it, like impact to each and every people, and it creates a certain kind of a positivity. So this and with the help of positivity, your principle it has been completed out into the corrective measures. Next, it is what are the weakness of in delegations. Now, when the delegation part comes, there are certain kind of a negative impact also what it comes. Now, here it comes with the help of certain kind of its weakness also. Now, where the weakness comes, lack of receptiveness. Receptiveness in the sense it is what you becomes very like doesn't follow each and every rules and regulations. Where the thing is what you make it out. Okay, fine, it will be happening out. That way of the thing is you make it yourself that way. Next, it is what ability, lack of ability to direct. Means as if now even the thing is what it becomes a certain way where the weakness will also come. Where the thing is there become some people who are like doesn't have the ability to direct. Because what some people are very feared to, as if they think that as if I speak to any kind of a person, so does the thing is that person will shout at me. So that thing, and with the help of that only the thing is what you does not even entertain to that person into the any manner. So it becomes very like ability where the thing is you get it out very the thing is what to direct it becomes very lack, means you does not even involve more, like whatever it has been done, like whatever it has been going on, the same thing you like perform, you does not perform more. So this thing also comes. Next, it is what lack of willingness to let go. So like what you do, just okay, fine, whatever the work it has been there, like we'll be completing out. So this thing means you think about it like yes, I got that kind of a responsibility, I'll be winding up that kind of yeah, it will be happening. Means you are taking a longer period of time to completing out that task. Next, it is what lack of willingness to trust the subordinators. Even the thing is what there are some people into the organizations, like the people are not ready to convinced, or the people are not ready to accept it, or whatever the subordinator say. You say, okay, fine, chalo, I'll be completing out. This means that kind of it like by attitudes what you have it on that time. So with this thing is what your weakness comes, your weakness arises. Last, it is what lack of control, means you doesn't know like what to control, at what manners and what sense you need to control, like you does not have that kind of it, where the thing is you are having very like a negative impact which has been developed. So this time is what it comes like certain part of it weakness which has been there. So that is why what as if we learn with the help of a SWOT analysis, one concept which has been there with the help of a SWOT analysis, that is called a strength, weakness and opportunity. So strength, it is what means as if you get it any kind of it duties or any kind of it objectives whenever it has been inbuilt. You need to develop with the help of its strength. Means you need to make it that way. Yes, I will be completing out that work into the corrective measures into the proper way. But where the thing is you are having certain kind of it weakness, and with the help of this point only the thing is your weakness arises. So as your weakness arises, the thing is what it happens, the thing is slowly and steadily the thing is your strength will be decreasing out. But with the, you don't, as if the thing is you don't want to strength, if your strength decreases out, so finally the thing is you're getting an opportunity. So this is what an opportunity, guiding for securing the better delegations. So here they are having those good delegations, means you're getting an opportunity, and finally with the help of an opportunity you need to gap that opportunity, means you need to thread that kind of an opportunity. So this is what a SWOT analysis says about a strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. So like where the thing is the strength in the sense what you get is a certain kind of a potential level. And with the help of a potential level, the thing is you need to complete it out each and every work. but you are having certain kind of a weakness. And with the help of weakness, the thing is the potential level which you are having out, and you're decreasing yourself. So finally, the thing is you're getting an opportunity. You're getting an opportunity. And once you're getting an opportunity, you need to gap that kind of an opportunity. So first it is what the thing is, these are the guidance of securing the better delegation. First it is what you need to establish with the help of a goal. So that is most important, your objective. The first important only I said, like whenever you are running any kind of management, you should require the goal. Because without the goal, the thing is you can't make it out. Because without objectives, the thing is you can't work it out into the corrective one. So that is why first it is what a goal. There should be, without the organization goal, the thing is you can't make it out anything. You can't delegate, or even you, as if you want to give certain authorities, responsibilities to any other person also. So for that also you require certain kind of an objective should build it. Now next it is what selection of the person. You should know that the thing is who are people are the competent person, who are the way, like as if I give you certain kind of authority. So with the help of the authority, how that completing out each and every task. So that thing should be there. Next it is what a motivation, because what as if I don't motivate it to anyone means as if the people are into the wrong way. So as if I want to make it that person to the at the certain point. So I need to motivate that person. Do this thing, move into discipline. So that is why the thing is what happens, we do job rotation. We learn with the help of one topic which was the staffing. So in that staffing also we learn one concept with the help of job rotation. As if the thing is the employee has been moving into the each and every department. So I means in each and every department. Why we say to move in each and every department? So at least what the people can be knowing, the candidates can know, or the employee can be knowing that into the finance, like how the work it has been done, how the authority it has been given, how the responsibilities are being given. Into the marketing also, how the work it has been given, how the responsibility means in each and every field, the work it has been given to each and every people into the organization. So with the help of this, the thing is the people get it more motivated. And with the help of motivations, we give certain kind of monetary and non-monetary type of bonus. We give an incentives, and with the incentives, we give a bonus also to that person. So the people become more dedicated to the work. Me, I want to just, I just want to complete it out that work into the proper period of time. So this is the way what you get it the motivation. Next it is what you get it the control. Now you need to control, means you need to think about it, what are the resources you require, and with the help of resources only you need to take it that kind of resources only into the hand. Means you need to control it out in each and every measure. If there is any kind of waste of any kind of resources, so that resources should be just like you need not need to waste that kind of resources. You need to think about it like what to do perform into the further into the certain period of time. Next it is what principle of delegation should be followed. Like whatever the principles. Now as if we learn with the help of it principles also, these are some principles. Like there should be result of an expectations. You need to think about an expectations. Then afterwards select appropriated subordinators from the delegation. Maintain a purity of an authority responsibility, ensuring of unity of command. Then afterwards adequacy of communications. Then after proper control. Reward effectively, climate of confidence, strong belief in delegations, help in subordinate business. These are the all terms, these are all principles you need to follow when you're moving out into the certain part of it, and certain part of it guidance, like whenever you want to make it out the good way of delegations to each and every people into the proper way. So this is the way where the thing is what you need to follow it about it, a proper and a good way where you can secure the proper way of delegations of an authority. So this is what where the thing is what each and every terms it has been measured, and with the help of the measures the thing is your work it has been moved out into the different sections. Now there is a certain specific limits of an authority. Now means as if you are getting an authorities in your hand, so there is a certain part of it limitations. You need to not go like towards like to the higher level. It should be not go to the ground level also. It should be not to be. It should be equal way where you can make it out the justice to each and everyone. Okay. So like subordinate now specific limit of an authority. Subordinate the competency means you should make it that way that the thing is what the subordinators will become like more competent to the work, will be more dedicated to the work. construction of an accepted plans and policies. Like you need to construct a proper plans and proper policies, and you need to share that kind of plans and policies also to each and every people. So at least what the people can identify your measures into the correct way. So at least the work can be done into the certain period of time. Next, it is what a social constraint. They should be dealing with the help of it socially, like wherever that any kind of it like measures it has been terms or any kind of it terms and conditions it has been performed. So that thing should be also there. And finally, the legal limits. So as if the thing is what when you're delegating out any kind of it work, we learn with the help of an authorities of in companies law what we have learned with the help of 1956. So here is also the same way where a legal term follows. Means you need to, whenever you are delegating out any kind of it authority, you are having a certain kind of a terms and conditions. And with the help of terms and conditions, the thing is the work it has been utilized. The work it has been given to each and every people into the organization. So this is the way where you are having a legal terms also you need to follow. So it becomes a very specific limits of an authorities where the thing is you're performing your both the duties. Now, next it is what the finally I can conclude it out with this type of a chapter that we have ended up with the help of this chapter. It has been said, we have learned the delegation part very lengthy way. Means we learn with the help of delegation, it is what a long terms where we have learned, like how we delegated your work to the way to the ground levels to the upper level or from the top levels to the ground level. And with this the thing is what as if the second point it has been said, have you exercised into the higher authority, it may be from the down level, the upper level or from the side levels or the middle levels, like whatever it has been the person it has been there. So with the help of this only the thing is you get to know the how the authorities and delegations, how the delegations of an authority it has been transferred from one person to some other person, and how the work it has been completed out within the proper period of time into the proper source. So it doesn't create any kind of disadvantages out or else any kind of it like terms where the thing is it has been not been shown more or not been shown less. So with the help of this only the thing is your work it has been completed out into the corrective measures. So that also it creates certain kind of it good impact also when you're performing with the help of it like delegations of any kind of it authority. Okay, so this is what it has been said. Here we are minded up with the help of in chapters also. So I'll just move it out with a certain concept, certain way of summaries, like what are the things we have winded up this today. Now first we went with the help of it. I'll just start with the help of the slides. Now first we help of it with the help of an authorities. We learn with the different types of an authorities. We learn what are the types of an authorities also. Now we learn with the help of first defined by the Lewis what was said with the help of it authority. What are the authorities mean certain sum of rights and the duties, and with the help of right and duties the thing is the work it is being completed out into the certain terms. Then we learn with the help of it three types of authorities it has been classified. First with the help of knowledge, next it is what with the help of responsibilities, next it is what with the help of legal authorities. Now first where the thing is that authorities wherein it has been passed, where we are checking the knowledge of that person. Next the thing is we are seeing about the position of that person. And finally the third where we are checking out the rules and regulations, like legally we are terms about it, like legally we are performing like each and every terms into the corrective one. So this is the way where the where the classification of thing it has been done into that. So first we learn with the help of knowledge, second we learn with the help of position, third we have learned with the help of legal authorities. With the help of this three only the thing is the authority it has been given to each and every people into the organization and to the corrective measures. Next we learn with the sources of an authority. Now here also we learn with the so many types of an authority. We learn the three types of an authority. First it is what is formal authorities. Next we learn acceptance authority, acceptance theories, and we learn with the help of competence theory. Now the sources of an authorities, there are the three types of theories only it has been discussed. Now the formal way it is what where the only each and everything it has been from the higher level only, each and everything, each and every work it has been performed from the higher level only. It has been structured that way that each and every works into the corrective ones. So this is the way where the formal way means as if It's each and everywhere from the starting from the top levels to the ground level. And from the ground level, the thing is means from the means you're going by steps to each and every term. So this is what it comes in the formal way. Acceptance theory, it is what where you're accepting out what the other is granting you the authority, and that authority what are the other people are granting you the authority from the bottoms to the top, and then afterwards what you do it out, you accepted that thing, you completed out that task, and what you do it out, you completed out that task, and finally the thing is you're giving out the task from the bottoms to the top level. So this is what the main thing here it has been said. So that is why it states that the authority is the power that accepted by the other. The authority follows from the bottom to the top. Means from the ground level to the top level the authority flows, and you're completing out that way. So that is why the theory analyzes that a manager can use and overlook the influences of the social institutions. Means as if the thing is the higher level of the person, means the person who is from the higher level, he'll be moving out into the each and everything into the social institution, means he'll be moving out to the each and everything, means he need to accept it out like whatever it has been done when related with the social terms also. Then other concepts to competency, it is what here the only the person qualities, personal quality that has been rectified, and with the help of personal qualities and technical competency it has been seen, and with the help of these two things the thing is the work can be derived, and this when we see it out with the help of personalities and personal qualities and competency when related technically, we move it out with the help of an authorities. Individually we see the authorities also. So this is also one type of competency where you see it out with the help of an authority. And so these are the three theories where the thing is the competency, acceptancy, and one it is what the formal way where you're performing the theories. And with the help of these three theories, the thing is the work it has been moving out into the corrective measures. Next, we will learn with the help of decentralizations, also decentralizations where the decisions are being passed from one person to some other person. The work it has been allotted to that person, but the thing is what the work it has been given, the work it has been passed, the important work it has been passed from one person to some other person. So that the thing is what it becomes very helpful for the people to complete it out their work into the like a shorter period of time. So this thing also it is called as the one type of a decentralization of authority. So that is why the thing is in short you can say it about the authorities and responsibilities from one person to the other person has been entrusted, means it has been given to that person. We learn with the factors of those decentralizations, like whenever the thing is you do with the help of decentralization, what are things to be seen? First it is what are the operations, like size of the operations, then afterwards cost of decisions, what are the costs, higher differentiated production lines, then afterwards the managerial manpowers, like what are the manpowers to be seen on that time. Then after top management, that's the most important, that top management you can't work. Then afterwards environment and influence, like is the any person is influencing any person, like means as if you want to get it out the great thoughts, means you want to think. So like if as if the any person has came and then afterwards they said you something or not, so that thing should be also being seen on that time. So that also comes into one concept when related with the factors. Advantages also we meant with the help of certain kind of advantages. Why we do with the help of a decentralization, since where you get the proper decisions, you get the quick decisions, avoidance of any kind of guidance, like as if it has been there, that has also been there. Then afterwards managerial, you're getting good benefits with the help of in like managerial positions, managerial person development, means as if any of the person wants to delegate any kind of powers also. So on that time, like you are having the higher authority who is being annexed on that time. Then afterwards, you get it like to the higher person, you are not getting any kind of like burdens to that person. So that also get created out. Then afterwards, the thing is here the motivation concept. Now when related with the help of an advantages, so here the motivation concept it has been discussed, because when you are doing the decentralization, when you're giving out the powers from one person to another person, the other person, like whenever giving them the responsibility, so that person should be ready to accept that kind of a responsibility in his hand. And even the thing is, and as if the thing is what that person as if is not taking out, so like you need to motivate it to that person. You need to develop certain kind of good control of it. Then only you can perform. Then certain disadvantages also comes into the decentralization. It becomes like difficulty in cooperations and difficulty of communications. Then afterwards inconsistency. It becomes very uncertain, like does not followed properly. So this becomes a certain way where decentralization comes into the disadvantages part. And even the thing is, it takes like it becomes a very like when you want to update it out, it's take a longer period of time also. To make it, we learn with the help of a techniques also how you can make it out the techniques. First, we learn with the appropriated, establishing appropriatedness. Then afterwards, there should be a manager. Then after communications and operations and adequacy, that should be there. Then afterwards, the thing is we learn with the help of an organization chart. Like whenever you're preparing any kind of it organization chart, without planning of any kind of it working relationship with any kind of it person, from the top level to the ground level or from the ground level to the top level, you can't place it out any kind of it organization chart. So that is why the thing is what, as if the thing is what, where before like moving out to the next methods of an organization chart, we should know about the principles. What are the things to be followed? Like each and every chart should be dealing from the upper level to the ground level. Second part, that is one from the middle level so to the ground level also. That thing should be also been observed. Then afterwards, the thing is it should be individually, as if the work it has been allotted to any person. The individually should think about it. What is the right, what is wrong, that thing is there. Next, it is what it should be not given the things to the each and every people only. Means the responses should not be given to each and every people. It is like the certain people it has been allotted, and to them only the responsibilities it has been delegated to that person. Then afterwards, you not teach to avoid that kind of a concentrations of duties of any point. If that person it is like you should not concentrate if any person it has been given a certain part of a duties also. Then afterwards, to develop a personality. Means whatever you think, it should be going beyond to that. Then afterwards, as if you're making this way, it becomes very simple and very flexible. It becomes very movement where it becomes very easier to communicate with each and everyone. So that is why the thing is here we got to know from the top levels to the ground level, and next we went with the help of ground from the left and the right way of methods, and we learn with the help of circular chart also how the thing is with the help of circular chart. The thing is what the work it has been allocated to the shareholders and the managing directors, or as the shareholders to the board of directors to the shareholders, or as the shareholders directly the managing director. But the thing is the starting starts from here, from the shareholders, then afterwards to the board of director, and with the help of board director, finally with the help of managing director. So this is the way where the thing is the work it has been allotted into the circular one. Circular means into the rounder one where the work it has been given to each and every people into the department. So this also we learn. We learn with the help of an advantages where the thing is it becomes very proper way. Means as if we draw a organization chart, you get the clear cut picture of whatever the objectives are there, whatever the terms are there, like what where to move it out into the corrective measures. Like you get it the clear analyzations of each and every term, and you get it the proper way of informations in each and every one. So and once as if you get it the informations, as if the person is lacking somewhere, so with that lacking also that person can give them the training. So that person can give you the training. Then that person can get the training. So with the training, the thing is your each and everything can be analyzed it into the proper one. So this thing. Then you are having difficulties also because what as if the thing is you are making out the chart, so it becomes very difficulties to update each and every and becomes and as if there is a different departments. Now here only we have seen with the help of a different departments, it becomes very rigid. Rigid means it's not too clear. It becomes very like rigid. It becomes shuffled each and everything. So it becomes very clear to whom to go into the which departments to analyze how the each and everything. So this also comes into the one type of it way where the thing is what this concept it has been discussed with the help of a way where the difficulties come, and then that is where the thing is the relationship between becomes very rigid. Means you're making out very difficulty relationship. But then afterwards, where preparing any kind of it cost also you becomes very prohibited because you does not know to where to whom like to which concept like dealing with it, or else the thing is as if you're dealing out for what cost and all like certain way where they create certain kind of a difficulty. then we went with the help of delegations of an authorities also. We learned with the help of it what are the delegations also, how the delegations, how the work are been delegated to each and every people. Like as if the thing is the certain way where, because in the management delegation part it differs more. So that is why the thing is how the delegations are being given to each and every people. That is also the concept which we discussed into the delegation part. Then afterwards, in short, we learn with the help of it certain responsibilities and certain authorities when it has been given from one person to another person. And as if by showing with the help of one person to another person, you are showing a good performance. So with the help of performance, the thing is what? The thing is you are completing out with the help of your job. So that is also one concept which you can give it out with the help of it, delegations also. Next, we went with the help of it, what are the features? We did, but that is from the first. The thing is when authority it has been delegated out. We went from the higher level, upper level, ground level, upper level, down level, and we went with the help of inside level also. So with this only the thing is your work it has been moved out into the corrective measures. And the most important is what directly the thing is we don't transport any kind of it authorities to any person. The here it is what where the thing is what you see it out each and everything, and after seeing out each and everything, then only the thing is you pass it out the decision. But that decision is also not a final one. So that thing is also been there. Then as if we learn with the help of the three process also, in the first it is what you should know about the responsibility. Once you get your responsibility, you grant that responsibility. Finally, the thing is when you're granting out, you're creating any kind of it obligations. Means you're creating out the thoughts like what it will be, how it will be, like whom to the words it will be done, each and everything. This is a process where the thing is what the work it is being shifted out from one things to the some other things. Next, it is what we learn with the help of in merits also. What are the advantages you get it out when you do with the help of in delegation? That is what it's a wasting of time. It avoids wasting of time. You get the proper you get the proper kind of training. You get in motivations. You get it the responsibilities. You get it. Does not get like OT works like overtime work. You don't need to sit it out. Next, it is what it also avoid the delays, like to delay each and everything. It also avoids. So there are some principles like whenever you're following with the help of a delegation, you need to follow the certain principles. Like it should be proper way of expectation, like what you think about it, that is should be there. It should be from subordinators to the proprietors, and even it should be the authority should be passed from the authorities from the responsibility which has been given. It should be a very unity of in commandments. Each and every people should be come together, and then afterwards they should be waiting for the commands. Means each and every people should command properly, like together they need to perform each and every work. That thing should be there. Next, it is what they need to maintain it out the communication level. That is most important. Without communications, like you cannot perform each and everything. Then each and everything should be controlled. Each and everything they should be main focused on the reward, and they should be create a like a climate of an confident climate. They should be developing about it. Next, it is what a strong belief in delegations. Like they should be the most thing that means as if they think about it, like whatever the work, whatever the rules, regulations, and rights which has been given to me, it should be a strong belief. It should be not like like a weak belief. It should be. Then afterwards, you should help to like subordinators, like who are the person required into your organizations to help you out. So for them also, the thing is the work it has been given to that person. Next, it is what there are certain weakness also, like when you're performing. So like some people are not ready to perform, some people are like let going out, or other things. Some people are into the negative way they think about it, doesn't think about the positive way. This also comes into a certain way where the thing is of weakness. Then afterwards you are having lack of control, like people are not ready to control each and everything. So like they doesn't know like what to perform, how to perform each and everything. So there thing is the people lack. So with the help of lack, the thing is what they created out negative or the way of weakness. So as if we learn with the help of the SWOT analysis also, where you learn about the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Without the strength, you can't perform. Without the weakness, the thing is because as if you're having a strength, your weakness comes. and as if your weakness, how you can weakness your goal with the getting the help of an opportunity. So as if you're getting an opportunity means you get the proper goal, you select the person, then afterwards control each and everything or motivations you get it out. Then after what are the principles which has been given to you, follow that all kind of a principle. Then after finally the thing is you are getting out the threat means you're getting that kind of an opportunity, and finally the thing is what you are running out with that kind of an opportunity. So this is what it has been said with the help of these two chapters. So that is why we have ended up with these two chapters with the help of the terms which was there, with the help of the authorities, with the help of delegations of an authorities and responsibility. So basically, I can conclude it out with these two chapters that into the organizations, the thing is, these two concepts when related with the help of in management, like when you planned anything, you organize, direct, control, anything part of it, your this concept when related with the help of in authorities and delegations of other authorities. These two concepts should be discussed, and with the help of discussions, the thing is, your work should be moving out into the correct measures, into the like a proper way. So with the help of the thing is what, with the help of this only the thing is you can